Greetings and salutations, this is Rick. I do hope you're having a great day. In today's video we're going to be doing a little bit of camping. So it's about mid-October, the nights are drawing in, autumn, we're into autumn now, the colder weather's on its way. It's quite dark, it's only like 7 o'clock in the evening, it's already dark outside, and I've just had my tea, just done the washing up. And we're here at Damon's field, and I'm going to be here for well, it's Friday night now, going to be here Friday night, Saturday night, and then off home Sunday. Now it's just me and Damon here, but we've got a new face going to join us quite possibly tomorrow evening, and I'll introduce you to them if and when they arrive. So right now I'm just about to get my bed set up, ready to go. I'm not going to use the thermal blinds today. I think I'm just going to use the blackout curtain, but I'm going to be trying something new this time. Oh, camera's lost my tracking of my face. Let's just turn that on. There we go. Going to be trying something that I've never done before in this particular camping trip, and it's going to be a bit of a novelty. I've actually bought one of these. This is an electric blanket, and I'm going to be trying an electric blanket whilst camping. I've got a little battery, one of these batteries. This is the same one that Damon's got, and it's actually the same electric blanket that Damon's got as well, so we know they work. But this will give me a roasty toasty bed for the night. So I'm going to be trying that out, see how I get on. Now, to be honest, it's 11 degrees tonight, so it's not actually going to be that cold, but I'm curious to try it out because we've got a winter camp coming along later on, so I'm really interested to see how that works. And I've also bought along a solar panel so that I can charge up the battery for the next night, although apparently that particular battery will run one of these for 2 nights. So it's all new to me, but the idea of having an electric blanket in a camper van, I mean, that would not have been heard of a couple of years ago, unless you were on mains hookup. But we've got no hookup here, everything's independent. But because battery technology has moved on, these batteries are now available, and it just kind of makes camping life a lot easier. So all theory at the moment, but I shall give it a try, and we'll see how we get on. Right then, we got ourselves a coffee and a couple of packs of snacks, and we'll head over to Damon's place now. Here he is.
Hello.
It's Damon cooking his dinner.
Oh, he's got his pocket out.
I've got my pocket out, yep. So let's just... Oh, they smell nice.
Oh,
Right.
shame you're on carnivore and you're 76 days in, and
77 today.
oh, 77.
Yeah. These little lights everywhere.
Yes, these are from Rick. That's a real one. That trees I've had for ages.
That's a real one. You're brave.
Yeah. My wolf one that Jen bought me.
Oh, okay. Cool. Right.
He's got his cheesy things out.
Yeah, I got you one if you want. So you're having what you're having? Pizza and
Some oven chips.
oven chips. Cool. I
Yeah.
can see the little glow from the oven coming in there.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm in here actually. Nice. I'm still getting used to this this gimbal. Gimbal. I haven't used this camera for a long time, and I remember it's when I first got it, I was struggling to get it to point at what I was trying to get it to point at. So if the filming's a bit off in this video, that's why.
If you're looking at Rick's crotch, you know he doesn't mean you do.
Yeah.
Trust me, he says.
Right, so we are watching an Adam Sandler film in Nina.
Nina
And
on Netflix.
on Netflix, yeah, we've got Netflix on this little projector up here,
Yep.
which is really cool. So, what do you think of it so far, then, Damon?
Yeah, it's much better than the other one.
Yeah, it's an Adam Sandler film. What was it called?
Murder mystery.
Murder mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right. We were watching one before, which was about a basketball scout hustle. Yeah, but I don't know. We got sort of 10 minutes into it. It just wasn't
kind of serious in it, wasn't he? He wasn't really doing his comedy stuff.
Yeah,
This is a lot better.
we like comedy.
Yeah,
so
we do like comedy.
it's bedtime. It's quite late at night. Just watched a great film, and about an hour ago, I actually put the electric blanket on. So this has been on for an hour, and it's still got 89% battery. So that's really good. The real test, of course, provided the camera will actually look at what I'm pointing it to. Yes, the real test is. Yeah, I can feel that's warm. Put my hand in there. Oh yeah, yeah. I've got a really toasty. Oh, I got a really toasty bed to get into, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to leave that on, and now I'm going to have to put this, I think, down on the floor down there, and that can sit there all night long, and that can stay on, and I'll just control the electric bed from the little switch here. So I'm going to switch it off to get into bed, but if it gets really cold in the night, I'm going to see if I can switch it on and see whether it warms things up. Obviously it should do, but then it'll be really interesting to see what the battery consumption is in the morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, the next day. I've just got up and it's after 10 o'clock. I've had a really nice lie in. It's been raining overnight, so we've had the sound of the rain pitter-pattering on the roof, which has been really nice. The electric blanket worked beautifully last night, and I only actually used it when I first got into bed, and then I was actually a little too warm last night. I'd switched it off, but overnight it was actually the temperatures were so mild there was no need to use it. But I did leave the battery actually switched on, and I've only just turned it off this morning, but let's just double check. So even though this was switched on and feeding standby power to the electric blanket, so I could have gone in and switched it on at any time, the battery is still on 84%. Okay, there we go, that's the coffee done. There's Damon's little van over there. Beautiful blue sky up there, even though the grass is wet. But I shall get the solar panel out in a bit and see if I can get a bit of a charge in that battery. But before I do anything, I'm going to drink coffee and I'm going to do some earthing. So, standing on wet grass. Actually, that's not cold. I was expecting that to be colder than it is. We've only got probably a few more weeks where we can drive on the field until the dampness starts to set in, and then the field will not be drivable until like next year. So this is probably going to be the last camp on this particular field, but we have got our winter camp, our annual winter camp planned as well, and whether we get any more whether we get any more camping done between now and then, we'll have to wait and see. But it's so mild. It's really quite mild. It's nice. Let's get that solar panel out and see what we can do with it. There we go, that's the one I need. So these standard solar leads on one end and then a little input on the other. There we go, we've got 58 watts going in. Let's just take you off this tripod a second and I can show you. So 50, because I'm standing in front of it, got my shadow on it. There you go, 58 watts going in, and already we're on 86%. So that's gone up 87%. Wow, that's charging pretty quick. Well, at this rate, it might get a full 100% charge again. So that'll give me an extra day's worth of electric blanket use, although to be honest I don't really need the electric blanket. I only really bought it out here for the test, to test it out ready for the winter camp, which like I say, I probably will need it. I shall pop over and say hi to Damon shortly, and maybe, probably won't, I don't actually fancy any breakfast. As I say, because I'm like doing the like this high fat, high protein diet, tend not to get hungry at all, so I'm just don't even bother with breakfast in the mornings. Although I did cheat a little bit last night. We were watching a video and the snacks came out, and I wasn't able to resist, so I had a couple of digestive biscuits and a handful of like these little cheesy puff things. So it's probably knocked me out of ketosis a little bit, but never mind. As soon as I get back home, I shall jump straight back on the wagon and carry on. But sometimes, you know, when you do these mad things, I think it's okay to have a treat now and again. In fact, to be honest, it's almost essential to have a treat now and again, because if you work on the principle that certain foods are completely forbidden, you just kind of want them more. So this, you know, allowing yourself the occasional treat every now and again, I think is the key to like striking that balance to make it work in the longer term. Many thanks for the comments on the last video. That was the first video I put up in 5 months. Had some interesting comments and a few questions as well. My mystery person, my mystery friend who gave me the prompt to actually make that video was my good friend Steve. You know, Steve and Michelle from Steve's Kitchen. We're constantly in touch. We're always having a natter over FaceTime. And we kind of got onto the subject, and he helped me to put some things in perspective so that I could actually carry on making videos and that. So yeah, if you want to thank anyone, come and visit Steve and Michelle. They are currently in, I think it's Malaysia. They've got lots of interesting things planned in the pipeline, so hopefully those will start to come about shortly. I'll leave a link below to the channel below in case you want to go over and say hi. Now, I had a couple of questions. Thanks for the cat suggestions. Several people suggesting getting a cat is a good idea. Others suggesting getting a cat is a bad idea. I'm still weighing up the pros and cons, but also you've got the whole going away thing as well. If I want to sort of come away camping or whatever, there's like some people they'll go away in a camper van or whatever, and they'll take their cat with them. But I don't know. There's all sorts of worries, extra worries to think about if you take a cat away with you, especially if you come out to a place like this, because you've got lots of wildlife about. You've got foxes and things like that. So it could be sort of a danger to them, and there would be possibly a constant worry. So at the moment, I'm probably erring towards not getting a cat for now. Because I think it will possibly act as a little bit of an anchor and stop me from sort of doing certain things like going away spontaneously. But I don't know. Like I say, it's just something in the background there I'm thinking about. But it probably won't actually be an actual thing, at least for a long while. Also had several questions about the gallbladder issues that I had in the past. It's been very interesting because a number of years ago I had like gallbladder ache, kind of a flare-up thing happening, where every time I ate fatty foods my gallbladder would ache, and I was scheduled to have it out as an operation. But my paperwork got lost in the hospital system and it never happened. So I've still got my gallbladder. But since I've gone over to keto and carnivore, which is a high fat diet, you're basically existing on protein and fats, and you're cutting out all carbs. My gallbladder, in the very, very early days, back in April, when I first started carnivore and keto, I had a little bit of an ache from it. But then the aching went away and it hasn't come back, touch wood. And I've been having, extremely high fat content in my diet, and it's completely settled down. I've had not even a peep from it. So quite what was going on there, I don't know. I mean, I did have a scan, and I've got a 17mm gallstone, Whether that's still there or whether it's sort of dissolved or gone away, I don't know. But it was just one single gallstone. But it was determined that it was a thin-walled gallbladder, and that's what you want. You want a thin-walled gallbladder so it functions. I know dysfunctioning gallbladders, the walls can thicken up, and then they struggle to actually do the job that they're there for. But it all seems fine. The gallbladder is settled down, and it hasn't given me any more trouble. So touch wood, as long as that remains the case, I'm intending to keep it. Also had lots of comments about the world being a very weird and crazy place at the moment, and it was quite interesting reading up how a lot of people have actually made a concerted effort to turn off all of the news and all of the doom and gloom mongering that's going on out there. And I was thinking about it again sort of this morning, and what I'm seeing unfold out there is this very, very efficient game of divide and conquer that's happening. Everything that's being fed out to us is there. It's almost like it's there on purpose to keep us all arguing amongst ourselves. It's there to keep us divided. So there's never been a better time, or there's never been a more important time for us to stop arguing among ourselves and like to stop buying into this very divisive polarization that's happening. And it always goes back to that same thing. This has always been a guiding light for me, is what the Buddha always said about the yin and the yang, the balance, the middle path. And sorry, I'm sounding all preachy, aren't I? But it's the middle way. The balance is the only way to get through life. And at the moment there is just this, like I say, I'm seeing it on all media. There is this concerted effort to destroy that middle path and to push us apart so that we are constantly fighting with each other. It's so empowering to be able to step back and see it for what it is and not get involved with it. And I think if more people were to do that, then this polarization wouldn't be as it is, and we could all kind of come back together again, and sort of meet in the middle, and then actually be able to look up and take notice of what's actually going on by these powers that really shouldn't be. However that comes about, I have no idea, because like I say, people are so entrenched in these extremes. But anyway, sorry, I know I go on about switching off from all that, but sometimes it's there and I need to vocalize it. Sometimes it's there in the background, and it's hard to ignore as well. But anyway, that's my little bit of philosophy for the day. Also, thanks for we've got a number of people with comments regarding, I mentioned about doing a tour of some more VR worlds. There's a particular thing I go to called VR Chat, because I spend so much time in virtual reality now. I mean, I could almost make another channel on it. I mean, there's so many hours I put into virtual reality because it's just so good. And there is a place I go to called VR Chat, which is a collection of like hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of worlds, and each world gives you a different experience. And I thought it would be good to make a video doing a tour of some of those worlds. And I had lots of positive feedback again on the previous video, where people were saying, yeah, I'd love to see a video on that. So that will be on my to-do list, and at some point in the next couple of weeks I will put together, it'll probably be quite a long video, and that will be a tour of these different worlds. So that'll be a definite coming within the next couple of weeks. But apart from that, obviously we've got this video which I'll edit when I get home and put up. I'm not sure what I've got no actual plans for other videos, but I will try to do more daily, well, not daily vlogging, but at least once a week I'll put some sort of a vlog up, even if I'm just talking about, nonsense. But I just want to get back into the flow of things, and then hopefully the ideas will start to flow as well. Like I've said before, I've always generally gone with the attitude of make a video on something so it's interesting, and not just make a video for the sake of it. But I'm kind of willing to sort of merge those two ideas a little bit together, just to kind of get into the flow, and hopefully from that flow will come new ideas. Because at the moment I've been kind of sat around waiting for the ideas to come to me, and they haven't. You know, I've kind of drawn a blank each time, and any ideas that I have done, I've generally made a video on it in the past anyway. Although there is also the possibility of doing things I've done in the past, kind of going back to them and trying that. Although I'm not going back to the allotment. I've had several people say go back to the allotment, go do an allotment. But no, I really didn't enjoy doing the allotment. Well, that's a lie. I did enjoy going to the allotment and starting new projects and things like that, but it became like a bit of a ball and chain, and I don't want that again. You know, if I want to grow crops, plus the fact I've taken all plant materials out of my life now. I only eat non-plant food. I only eat like animal-based products. So unless I was keeping chickens and cows, an allotment wouldn't do me any good. The only thing I could do is perhaps sell the produce, and that would be, you know, involve a market stall or something, which I suppose is a thing. To be honest, it's not something I fancy. But anyway, there we go. So anyway, I'm going to make another coffee, and I'll probably pop over, see Damon, and we'll have a natter over there if we touch on anything interesting. I'll probably switch the camera on, but I've waxed on quite a lot today, so this is going to be a really long video. So we'll see how it turns out on the editor. But I might cut loads of what I've waffled about. I might cut loads of it out, because otherwise it's just going to be a long waffly video. I'm still not sure whether to sort of keep them 20 minutes or whether just to let them go on for as long as, you know, whatever. Again, feedback on that is good. Do I do the long waffly videos that go on for an hour and 20 minutes, or do I do like concise 20-minute ones? I'm kind of guessing it'll be like 50-50. You know, some people will say no, long waffly ones are good, and some people will say no, just keep them short, you know, tie up after 20 minutes and you're done. So I guess it's a case of I'm not going to be able to please everybody. Okay, let's just give this a little look. This has been out here for a couple of hours now, and take a look at the battery. It's tucked away underneath because we had a little bit of rain, and we're on 98, just straddling 97%, and we've got 60 watts going in, so that's really good. Really quite impressed. So that battery will no doubt be up to full 100% again, charged by the power of the sun. Even though it's sunny now, but there's a lot of rain clouds out there as well. So even on a sunny, rainy day, I can still get a good charge on that battery. So very happy about that. Right, let's go and say hi to Damon. I think I'll shut my door up just in case it rains. And is that a dent I just saw? Yeah, look at that. I just spotted a dent in my van. I wonder if that was me. A couple of times I'll push up against this to shut the latch. I wonder if I've he says doing it again. I wonder if that was me. I've put a dent in my van. Oh well, never mind. It's very, very oh, it's quite a crease actually. It's like a little, oh no, it's just the way the light is. Oh, that's annoying. I wonder if I can pull that out. I'm sure there are those sucker things that you can get that pull dents out like that. I might have to it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Hello, Mr. Damon. You want a visitor?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What you drawing? Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It's the house I used to live in.
That's the house you used to live in.
Yeah. When I was in junior school.
Okay.
It's an amazing house. There was a little stone garage at the bottom of the garden, so kind of there.
Okay.
And I remember my dad had a metal detector. He went round the garage and it had a concrete floor. Found a target, smashed up all the floor to get out. There's a builder's tag.
Oh no.
So yeah, so me and my cousin, my mum had some like old nylon. It must have been my nan's nylon green trousers,
Mm-hmm.
and my mum cut them up and made me and my cousin Robin Hood hats.
Oh, cool.
And we used to go and get on top of the garage and pretend we were Robin Hood. I don't know why we were on top of the garage, but
Is it up in your tree?
yeah. But the other side of the house, there was a great big field, and at the end of the field there was like a circle of trees, and in the middle was a great big pond. Me and my cousin went swimming in there once. It was filthy. It was just mud and
Yeah.
we did it.
Come out looking like bog monsters.
It had salamanders in it, those little lizard
Oh,
things.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Used to find them down by the back door sometimes. They'd come across the field.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, where the garage was and everything, it's all they've put a main road going all the way through it now. And where the field was, you've got houses right here, side on to this one, looking over it.
That's sad when that happens, isn't it? Yeah. So I've just popped the slightly wider angle lens attachment on here because I want to talk about the inside of this van. Now I've had this van for, I think it's 5 years, 2018, so 2019, 20, 21, 22. So right, nearly 5 years. And the more I use this van, the more finicky I'm getting about it and the more things I want to change, which is sort of typical of anybody who builds their own self-built van. The process of building your own van is never over. It's like an artist, their paintings are never finished. It's the same thing with this. And although this particular layout is quite practical, I've got my kitchen, I've got my little bathroom back there with a loo. I had to build this extra shelf unit in here because when I got the battery I could then start using a microwave, but I had nowhere to put the microwave here. But anyway, I've been having a think, and also I've had a few bits go wrong, like for example my main lights, these things, they no longer work, and the problem I've got is I made the wiring so complicated I can't trace the fault, and I've noticed that very occasionally something won't work, and when I try tracing the fault back to the fuse, it turns out like not to be the right fuse, and just tracing the fault is impossible. And I've essentially got 2 fuse boxes for all of the electrics, and it's like every single thing has its own fuse and there's all these wires going through, and I don't actually need to have that. I think all I need is 2 feed wires coming through both sides of the van, onto which I tap all the accessories, and I think if I was to simplify the wiring system it would be much better. So what I'm thinking of in the spring is to actually possibly redo the wiring, but also I'm thinking in regards to like the bathroom and shower. That's quite a large area of real estate, and what I have noticed over the years is I tend not to have showers in here. If I do, it's generally in the most warmest part of the summer, but when I go camping I generally only go camping for sort of 2 nights at a time, so I don't really need a shower. I just have like a wash down, and also because I figured out all my health issues, I no longer need sort of a closed off loo. I could quite happily survive with one of those standalone portaloos just tucked in a cupboard somewhere. That means I don't actually need an enclosed bathroom. Also, Damon last year, or was it the year before, he kind of invented a shower system which was completely portable. He's got like a little pop-up, like a little kiddie's bath, a little baby's bath, with a shower curtain and a portable hose lock shower system, and that's a completely portable system that you can tuck away and then just take it out when you need it. And so I could do that for a shower if I actually wanted a shower in the van. So I'm now thinking in terms of a complete interior rebuild from scratch. Now it's too late in the year to do it now. The cold weather's getting here. I don't really want to be out in the freezing cold rebuilding a van, but it could be a project for the spring. And it would be a case of actually removing the bathroom. I'm going to remove all the electrics and start again with those, and then just plumb in a much more simplified system. But yeah, I thought if I lose the bathroom, I can open up a whole new area of real estate. And I saw recently a design which I kind of fell in love with. Damon pointed it out to me, and it was a fixed bed on this side of the van, and then like a little bathroom thing here. But the fixed bed was kind of high up, so that there was loads of storage underneath. You could build loads of storage units underneath. So this side of the van will be taken up with a fixed bed, but then, like I said, there was an actual built-in bathroom on this side, but I don't actually need a built-in bathroom, so that would free up this entire wall for like a kitchen stuff and seating as well. Or I could do the option of the the bed being the seating as well. But it would be nice to be able to do a fixed bed. Now, I know I set out originally to try to do a fixed bed, but at the time I was trying to get a fixed bed and a bathroom, and if I omit the bathroom, I could probably get away with a fixed bed. But it's really good. I mean, you know me, I love it when a project is on the horizon, and I've got all these ideas going over in my mind. But on this particular van design that I saw, they had a twin swiveling seat, so the two seats here actually swiveled round. Now, I can't remember the make and model of the van, but I'm pretty sure it was a medium wheelbase, which is the same as this. But I have tried everywhere to get a double swivel for a Renault Master, and I can't find one anywhere. But yeah, I shall have to look into these things over the course of the winter, see what's available. But if I can get a double seat to turn around there, then I could go for the fixed bed idea, and I love that idea. I've always wanted a fixed bed, but I never thought it would be possible in a medium wheelbase van. But anyway, those are my thoughts for the van. But I really think there will be a new interior build, a Mark II interior build coming along in the spring, and I'm kind of quite excited about that as well. So yeah, I'm going to have some fun through the winter just planning it. Look at that, look, we got rain and blue sky, which means there'll probably be a rainbow somewhere. Let's see if we can see one. So we've just spent the last half an hour in here sort of chewing over ideas. We've got the tape measure out, and we've got lots of nice thoughts as to how this van could change and get its second interior build next spring. In fact, I'm really fired up at the moment with the idea of doing this as a new build, and I'm sort of my brain's going sort of 10 to the dozen at the moment with all these ideas. But what I would like to do on my next build, particularly for the kitchen unit, is to make it look better, because this doesn't look that good. It looks quite amateurish, you know, like you've got sort of edging and stuff like that. It's just not finished, and it's all a little bit Heath Robinson, a little bit hickledy-pickledy. So I'll probably spend the winter looking at van build videos for ideas and inspirations on how to make nice looking cabinets. I think somebody I've seen before, they use this kind of corner profiling, which is like made of aluminium, and they've got these slots which you can slot furniture board into. And I may see if that going down that route is possible. I don't know. We'll see what's available. I'll do some swatting up on that. But it would be nice, because this looks, I call it rustic, but this looks quite amateurish when you actually look at the finish. I mean, all the mishmash of colours as well is all a bit crazy, and it would be nice to have uniform colour. I'm also thinking in terms of the ceiling, perhaps painting the ceiling gloss white rather than this wood colour. I mean, it looked nice when it was new, but it just, I don't know, it just kind of looks old and aged, and I'm kind of it's kind of looking tired. So I think a lick of really nice bright white paint on that will look nice. Obviously I can keep the lining, the grey lining on the walls. I have seen a lot of vans that have got like nice shiny white surfaces. I would like to do that, but I can't see a way of doing that without the whiteness showing up all of the imperfections. So this grey felt stuff is really forgiving, and it's kind of easy on the eyes. But I don't know. What I'll do is I'll wait until I've stripped out the whole van, and then I'll sit in here and I'll start sort of figuring out what to do. Yeah, it's kind of exciting stuff. I'm really warming up now to the idea of doing a full interior build again, ready for next year. And that'll be a nice series of videos as well, hopefully. That'll be good. Cool, there we go. Anyway, I'm going to settle down and have a bite to eat, I think. Right then, I've just finished having my tea and got a coffee. Going to head back to Damon shortly. I've definitely fallen off the wagon a little bit this weekend. I've helped Damon finish off a packet of chocolate digestive biscuits, but never mind, it's fine. As soon as I get back home, I shall just pick straight back up where I left off. But Alex will be here soon. It's about 6:30 now. He reckons he'll be here about 7 o'clock. He's just staying the one night here at the field. I think he's going to stay in Damon's caravan, so that's all ready for a guest. Yeah, Alex is quite a character. I think you'll like him. He has got his own channel. I'm sure I'll leave a link below to it. But he's actually a vicar. He's a man of the cloth, so we're going to have some interesting conversation, no doubt. How's the hair? I see sticking out hair. Have I got a sticky out hair thing going on?
Yeah, bloody mess, to be honest.
I didn't wash it this morning, so I've got actually having my hair cut in a couple of weeks' time. It's booked in, but in the meanwhile, I've got mad hair again, as always. So we've just sat in Nina. Damon's cooking some, as usual, in the clubhouse. Damon is doing
as usual
some jacket spuds in his oven. We've been in there for at least an hour so far, haven't we?
Yep.
I'm going to top it off with a bit of macaroni cheese. I've got a bit of
not very healthy looking, but
yeah, I should not be having that on my spud. I'm going to have a spud because I've sort of fallen off the wagon for a couple of days, but I've got some salmon and tuna with mayo that I'm going to spoon on, which is in the fridge. But we have a guest.
Hello.
This is Alex.
It's not that bad, David. Hello.
Alex has just arrived, and Alex is sort of as mad as we are. And Alex is
the mad vicar.
The mad vicar.
Yes.
Not the posh vicar.
The mad vicar. Yeah.
Alex, we've been playing golf with Alex in virtual reality. We've been teaming up, and yes, we've been getting a taste of Alex's sense of humour, and it's it's spot on. Yeah. You get the Rick Van Man thumb of approval for sense of humour.
I should hold your mug, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah, yeah. So we're going to have a sit here, a bite to eat, and no doubt lots of conversation and a few laughs. And a movie, possibly a movie as well. So if anything interesting happens, I'll switch the camera on. Otherwise, I'll see you in a second.
Love you, bye.
So it is the next day. Well, technically it's still the same day, but it's Sunday morning. We've been sat here nattering away, haven't we?
Watching each other's YouTube videos.
Yeah, and
forcibly.
If I can get this blooming gimbal to actually point in the right direction. There we go. Got Alex there. We've just been watching stuff on the big screen here, and just nattering away. And yeah, it's now the next morning. So Damon's dropping hints that he wants us to clear off so that he can get some sleep. So, but we're all quite tired, aren't we? I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't done an evening of just like chatting and stuff before for a long time.
But I've really enjoyed it. Just like I say, whenever we go camping, we just kind of chill out and don't do a lot, and it's just nice to do that. You know, just not have any particular agenda. We just natter away and eat. My diet's completely gone out of the window this weekend. I fell off the wagon. But Alex bought loads of goodies, and I ended up.
Sorry about that.
And they were very nice.
Yes, I blame these guys, but I blame mostly my self-control or lack thereof.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot, was there?
But no, I don't have that much self-control.
I ain't even bought the crumpets out yet.
Oh no!
Oh, we stayed for a bit longer then.
Yeah. hot drinking crumpet. Anyone?
Oh, don't say things like that. Actually, not this late. I'll never sleep.
I'll tell you what, the best crumpets aren't sweet ones with jam and stuff on. They're savoury with like a bit of melted cheese and Marmite or something like that on it. Lovely.
I can.
You can get that, can you?
Slightly agree with that. Yeah, I think so. But not chocolate. We've had lots of chocolate and stuff tonight. So
we.
I did forewarn them. Don't put stuff in front of me because I just don't know when to stop. So I've just been chipping away at it. But anyway, there we go. So
we're
I'm
on
going
holiday.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah, we're on holiday.
But I will regret this tomorrow and probably tonight. I probably won't sleep tonight. I'll have to. Yeah, we'll see. But yes, we'll see you hopefully in the morning. Well, good morning. Hopefully you can hear me over the sound of the coffee machine. Just got up. And it's, what time is it? It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. My little camera's not looking at me again. There we go. I had really. What are you doing, Mr. Gimbal? You're pointing everywhere but me. So here we go. Let's try that again. So I've gone to FPV. We didn't go to bed till about 1 o'clock this morning. Had a really great evening. Nattering away with Alex and getting to know all his little quirks and foibles as we shared ours as well, and it was really good. And I'm off home this morning, so I've managed to pack my bed away, and I've just put a few other bits away, and I shall be heading off home later today, but there's no hurry. I'm just making a coffee, going to go and do a bit of grounding again, and a little step outside. Looks like a nice day. Look, there's some blue sky up there, which is good. Oh yeah, I managed to wash my hair as well this morning, so my hair's not quite as mad as it was yesterday, but I've still got to get it cut. The problem with my hair is it grows out like the sides. I end up looking like living Krusty the Clown with the hair coming out the sides. It goes a little slower on top, so when I get my hair cut, I'll have to get her to sort of. I tend to go just for like short back and sides, but the length on the top is fine, but it's just like the sides. But it makes me look really ridiculous. So anyway, right, I'm just going to finish this coffee and we'll step outside and see what it's like. There we go. Oh, it's nice and peaceful. Sunday morning. There's the moon. Ground's looking wet. Eek. Oh yeah. Wet, but yeah, a little cold as well. But never mind. So Damon's not up yet. And Alex is. Did you sleep all right?
Yes, good cheers, yes.
Good. I'm just sorry.
I had a weird dream, you know.
It wasn't about spiders, was it?
No.
Oh.
I dreamt that you two came and woke me up, and it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
It's bizarre.
You're going to tell us about your number plate then?
But it's very useful because if you happen to go anywhere and you want to be recognised, you can't escape.
Yeah. That's brilliant. That's a lovely motor as well.
But I'm sitting it if you want.
Can I?
Of course you can.
That'd be cool. Should I come put some shoes on?
No, you're all right.
You're all right. Okay.
I'll put the roof down for you as well.
Oh wow. I'll put my coffee in your doorway there. That's actually a hard top as well. That's cool. Oh!
I've done that before.
Insert short video clip here.
Pulling over! Pulling over! Handbrake! No, I was pushing it the wrong way! Gosh, could it go any slower? Oh.
All right, thank you.
You can drive it around the field if you want.
No, I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll just have a little sit in here. This is oh, I should have put my shoes on. But here we go. Watch it. Oh, I'm way too tall. Look at this. But how do you find it with the roof? Are you?
I'm just about okay.
I'm just over 6 foot. So
I'm 5'10", so that's probably just about the.
Okay, yeah, I would be. I would sort of be driving like this. But it's very nice. It got walnut and everything.
Yeah, it was a nice find. It was. It's quite weird. We were literally driving to work one day. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
We were literally driving to work one day, and Helen, my other half, said, "I don't know what that car was on that forecourt, but go back and look at it because it's brilliant."
Ah.
And I bought it within an hour. You
But
do
it's-
suffer with a bit of a bad back though after a while because obviously it's so low down,
Okay.
and you sort of lean
Yeah,
forward.
actually, you're right. I feel like I'm sat on the floor. It's,
Yeah. What if you
Yeah.
just dangle your hand out?
Yeah. Oh, you can literally touch the
Yeah.
floor. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do that in the van.
See, I've been 10 years way up high.
Yeah.
It's really, I have to climb up into the cab to drive. So this is but it's cool. It's cozy. I like
Yeah.
it's quite a cozy little arrangement.
Oh yeah, you're very
So it sort of wraps around
Yeah.
and it sort of cocoons you. Very nice.
yes,
Thank
but
you.
frighteningly fast for what it is.
Well, it's a Mercedes SLK,
Well, yeah.
isn't it? I mean, it's going to be fast. So, but of course you stick to the speed limits all the time, don't you? Of course.
I really do actually. When
Yeah.
when Helen put me on her insurance, we hadn't been together that long, and the insurance company said, "Oh, has he got any speeding fines?" And she said, "No, he drives like an old woman." That was what she said, insurance company.
Fair enough. But anyway, there we go. So SLK, what do you think? Sort of wind in the hair.
No,
Is it me?
I think it's.
No, I'm a van man. Right then. So
So now we are very privileged to have a tour.
privileged.
Fantastic.
So we're filming. Right. So I'm going to turn off and give Alex the guided tour of Guinevere. It should take all of a good half an hour.
Well, yes, there's nooks and crannies, isn't there?
So we're doing scrambled egg and
And we're all filming each other.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We've got some.
Filming.
We've got some cold sausages, scrambled egg,
Marvellous.
and a bit of toast. I'm going to do the toast the old-fashioned way on a little one of these, which is the best invention ever if you eat toast. This is a camping toaster,
That's pretty impressive, that is.
and it's just like you just put it on one of these on a low setting, and it will do toast like in a millisecond. It's so efficient. But the thing is, it cooks it so quickly. It's really crusty on the outside, but really soft in the middle, because the middle bit doesn't get a chance to cook. So you get really nice toast.
So burnt on the outside, raw in the middle.
Yeah. Well, if you catch it just right, it's perfect. Right. Do you want to know the secret to making a really good scrambled egg?
Hang on then, because my camera's just died.
Does it let you down? Like
It has.
Yeah, that's why I ditched GoPro, because I was having the same issue.
There we are, we're working. So Rick's going to tell us the secret of scrambled egg.
The secret of scrambled egg is, although that's looking quite runny, it actually carries on cooking. So it's really easy to overcook it. But if I just leave that looks like too runny. If I leave that just for a couple of minutes, that'll be perfect creamy scrambled egg.
Fantastic.
Most people see that and think, oh yeah, give it another 30 seconds
Toast.
in the microwave.
So
There we go, and then the perfect toast. That's
fantastic.
Look at that.
That's not charcoal on the outside. Is it?
Yeah.
There's-
And there's butter if you want it.
Oh yes, please.
We can. Need more table space. There we go. Well, that was a lovely breakfast, and I know I've fallen off the wagon a little bit, but
A
I
little
could
bit.
be straight back on it again tomorrow. So, more tea, Vicar.
Yes, please.
He's had that one teed up since Friday evening.
I wanted to use that phrase in context all weekend. Close.
Is this my 14 minutes of fame? Because it can't be a full 15.
Yeah. It was nice to meet Alex for the first time. We
Sorry,
have
mouthful.
sorry, we have spoken in person on many occasions for many years. I think you've
Yeah.
followed my channel for a long time. I think.
You've got to get it in there, haven't you?
Yeah.
So-
I remember your name from years ago.
I remember watching a video that you did of you said you hadn't made a video for a while. It was doing some curtains. I don't know if that's even still up
Oh,
there.
crikey,
And you were
yeah.
trimming some, this material and just bumbling on about whatever it was.
He was bumbling on.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I do. I bumble on about nothing. It's sort of nonsense.
Littering again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've known Alex's name in my comments for years. But this is the first time I actually met Alex
face
in
to
person.
face.
It's one of those Sunday mornings where it's just been lazy and relaxed, hasn't it? It's been nice. So we're just sort of bumbling through the morning.
Doing a bit of VR.
Mm-hmm.
You did a lot of chatting. Did your own washing up. What else you do?
Not a lot really. Got some B-roll.
Yeah.
That was about it. But
Yeah, it's been a nice weekend.
it's just been nice to switch off, hasn't it? We were saying
Yeah.
about this earlier. It's just been nice to just not do anything. Just sort of,
Well, it's too easy for life to get in the way, isn't it? Just
Okay, so that is it for this camping trip. We've had a great time, haven't we? It's been a really good laugh, and even though I did fall off my diet wagon for a moment, but I should be back on it, business as usual from Monday, from tomorrow. But that is it for another camping trip. So thank you for watching. Nice to meet Alex.
Yes,
we
likewise. Thanks for having me.
Finally met in person. And obviously, Damon, thank you for letting me use your field, or us use your field.
Right.
Always a pleasure to be here. This will probably be the last camp that we do on the field this year, because obviously winter's coming and it's going to get like boggy and everything. But we have got a winter camp planned in the winter. At some point in the winter. So it won't be until then. I'm sure I'll make another video before then. But that is it for this video. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, cheerio.
Bye.
Love you.
It'll have cut by then.
No, he puts that in every time.